Oh, we're going now?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't see you hit the button. Okay, so Smart Yourself podcast. Look, we got social media before you keep going with the episode. I mean, you can do it while. I mean, do it. We got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got them all. That's not all of them.
Just Google and smarten yourself. Nobody else uses that
Yeah,
word.
no one else has got that word.
That I'm aware of.
No, we didn't. It doesn't. Facebook keeps asking me. They're like, people might be searching for and smarten yourself, and I'm like, they're not. They're really not.
Yeah, no.
Make a post to keep updated, and I'm like, no one's looking at this. But yeah, no. Do it. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's right. Little bitch. Yeah. Please keep listening though.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
do.
I threatened you.
So here's a story for you. All right, and this is something I was thinking about today.
Yeah.
So the building I'm working in at the moment has a morgue in it. Mm. And somebody, like I was with my mate, my workmates, and someone said, "Oh, isn't it funny to think that one of our bodies could be here?"
It's not funny at all. But continue.
Well, I mean, different kind of funny, I guess. But
like
anyway, and I said, well, that's only if your death is suspicious. And then I thought about it, and then I was like, yeah, my body's going to be there because I live that suspicious death lifestyle. You know what I mean?
No. What do you do? Like, is this you coming out being like, I'm actually doing like a Breaking Bad sort of thing?
No,
My dad's
like
a doctor, and we're growing penicillin in the backyard.
No, I feel like the way I'm going to die will be weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, like illegal or anything.
Yeah.
But like they'll find me, and they will find me. Like I'm not going to go to them.
Like hanging naked from a ceiling, from a belt.
Yeah.
With like a heroin needle in your big toe.
Yeah, and like clearly I was trying to take my insulin. And I slipped.
My belt went from my pants to around my neck.
I don't actually take insulin.
Also into a door hinge.
Do you reckon there's people that take recreational insulin?
Does it make you high?
I don't know.
I don't think it does. Like I can just imagine like at like a frat party or something, being like, dude, we got the sickest stuff, man. We got some insulin. Oh, dude, give me your pancreas. Shove it in my pancreas, man. That's where it goes, yeah.
But yeah, that right there is the suspicious death lifestyle.
What, dude? Like frat dudes?
Frat dudes just janking up some heroin inside them. Not heroin. What's the insulin?
It's insulin. I was going to be like, oh,
but they cut it with heroin.
Or like there's like a shady guy in the street. He's like, yeah, like a guy's like, hey man, can I just get the usual? He's like, do you want to try some of this new stuff? Real good.
Horse insulin.
Insulin. Do horses get diabetes? I don't know.
I think everything can get diabetes.
Oh, do they just die before they?
I mean, everything has insulin. You don't need to have diabetes to get insulin.
But like, do they have like the whatever that causes the diabetes, like the insulin deficiency?
We can have a deficiency in anything if you've got the right defect.
Wow, defect, Michael.
Sorry.
All things are beautiful.
Differently fected. Yeah, I'm just encouraging everybody to live that suspicious death lifestyle.
That insulin that laced with heroin injecting straight into your pancreas lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that work. What does insulin? What does your pancreas even do? Obviously, it creates insulin. How do they make insulin? Are they insulin farms?
Well, they have synthetic insulin now, but they used to give you pig insulin.
Oh.
So they just farmed it from pigs.
Oh.
Yeah, and like
I thought that was going to be a cooler story.
Like one pig gives you like 4 liters of insulin.
Oh, what? Does a pig die or something? Well, I guess we're not eating pig pancreas.
Well, see, yeah, I mean, there's people who do that, but maybe. I assume that somebody's eating a pig pancreas.
I can only assume. I mean, I don't know.
Well, there's those weirdos that eat like horse adrenal glands and stuff.
Isn't that? No, that's bull adrenal glands. That's where you get what's the stuff that's in like Red Bull and stuff, like taurine or guarana or something? It's from like horse
I,
adrenal glands.
I don't think it is.
Bull. Pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure one. I think it's taurine.
No, it's named after the constellation Taurus because the molecule looks like Taurus.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. He's giving me that face where he's like, "I'm BSing you, Jared."
That was involuntary. Okay. Hold
No,
on.
taurine. Oh, it might be bull testicles now. Ox testicles.
You don't. There's nothing in ox testicles.
Taurine. Google taurine. I swear. What's that? Oh, he's ready. He's Well, while Michael looks that
Oh
up.
shit.
What?
Okay, so taurine is found in your body naturally,
Well, how's it getting?
but
energy drink?
back in the day, and not Red Bull specifically,
Oh.
but in Roman times, it was extracted from bull semen and ox bile. So, which of those would you rather drink?
I mean, why did they need it back then? Like they
Well, to
weren't.
get high,
Oh, was it just like?
because it's like caffeine.
Oh,
But they didn't have coffee because it was before the New World.
oh,
No,
so
legit, they didn't have coffee.
somewhat.
Oh, actually, no, the Arabs had coffee.
See,
I think.
that's a plane. I mean, we gotta know. We already have a plane. You didn't make the planes yet. No. But like, who do you reckon was like? You can imagine like Roman baths or forums, and he comes up to his mates and he's like, "Dude, last night I drank bull semen. Made me so like, just got
Look.
me buzzing."
I'll tell you what would have happened is there was already a pervert out there. And then they noticed that the pervert was really energetic when he did his thing. They're like, maybe it's got something to do with drinking the bull semen.
It's probably a fertility thing as well. Now that I think about it, because like,
Yeah, that's true. They could
didn't they
have.
like nail like horse penises to their walls or something when they were trying to have kids?
I mean, I'm sure someone did.
No, it was I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's like the Jews used to call God the God of many breasts. Because it's like it's a symbol of fertility, but it's also like
Oh right,
nurturing.
yeah. You know what else is nurturing?
Sports.
Sports.
Is that the theme song drops?
Well, I mean that was
Learning. Smart. Self-help. Podcast.
big in your mind. Chopped out of that. But whoa, that's really loud. Michael's playing with the damn sound. Please cut this out.
Okay.
I am still very loud.
But it's because you were very soft before.
Oh. So yeah, sports. Over to you, Michael.
Well, we both used to play rugby union, because we went
real
to
rugby.
private school.
Yeah. Quite honestly, the better one. I don't know.
I prefer to watch it. No, I prefer to play it. Watching it is infuriating now.
Yeah, it's because the whole thing about where it's like it's sort of like a meta is formed, where it's like there's like the best play you can do, which is basically just kick penalties, just
Yeah.
pull up try and draw, like make the other team do a penalty in front of the posts, and then just put it through the posts, get you 3
Yeah.
points and leave.
That's because of the penalty goal. They're worth too much.
Oh yeah.
If they made it worth one, I don't think it would happen as often.
Oh no, 100%. Or even then,
Or if they made tries worth more, which they did do. In
What? it was like Perth or
you
something.
ever watch National Rugby Championship?
Oh yeah, on
They have,
afternoons on ABC. Yeah.
Yeah, they play with. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not the most gripping. Not the most like highly rated sports out there, but they play with experimental rugby rules, where the tries are worth 8 points, and then 2 to convert. I think,
which makes sense because then that's. But no, if there's still a penalty, still 3.
yeah,
Because that means, well, if you get 3 penalties, that's still more than an unconverted try. Oh, but less than a converted try, I guess.
yeah. But I mean, the problem is right now, a penalty is worth 3/5 of a try that's not converted.
That's a good one. Yeah, and how much is a converted try? I can never remember. 7 or 8?
7.
Yeah, so if you get 3 penalties, you're ahead, as opposed to 1 try.
Yeah, but like you can get 1 try quicker than you can get 3 penalties.
You sure?
Well,
Especially if you,
maybe South Africa.
I mean, no, well, especially if you've got the kicker on the team is just a monster. Or it was like a few years ago when it was like South Africa, and I think his name was Stein or something, and they were 60 meters out, and he's like penalty, and he's like, "Yep, cool, I'll take the kick," and he just puts it straight through like it was nothing.
Yeah, he's a freak. But you know what else?
No, you keep going.
You know what else is a freak? Did you have something more to say about rugby?
I have a lot more to say about rugby.
Oh, well, let's keep going then.
I mean, I don't know, as much as me ranting, because I like rugby and I like really getting into the nitty gritty of rugby. Bledisloe Cup's on tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
It's in Japan.
well, Japan's getting good now.
They are definitely well, they've got a massive rugby culture there, apparently.
Yeah, it's really weird. I remember when they beat South Africa at the World Cup, and yes, rugby does have a World Cup. You don't need to be a dick about it. When they beat South Africa at the World Cup, there was...
Was that the last one?
Yeah? I don't know, but there was footage of this old Japanese guy who looked about 100, crying tears of joy
That's right, yeah.
because of how happy he was.
Yeah, there was
But also, they beat probably the number 2 team in the world at the time, and they're like number 6.
yeah. It's really just like a battle for like second, third, and fourth between like Australia, South Africa, not New Zealand. They're usually number 1. I mean, always number 1. England, France. Let's chuck Ireland in there as well.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Well, like sometimes South Africa will beat New Zealand. Not lately, but
Oh no, they who did New Zealand lose to? New Zealand lost to South Africa. I don't know. I have to check my app, but they lost to someone recently. It's
I remember they lost to someone not too long ago that they should not have lost to.
Yeah, and then Australia lost to
Wales, I think.
no. It was
Oh no, Italy.
Argentina, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
that was a bit.
I mean, like Argentina's not that bad.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
They're
so like a month ago they lost. South Africa beat New Zealand 36-34.
See, I just like the thing I like about Japanese rugby is that their team is called the Sunwolves.
In the Super 15.
In the Super, wasn't the Super 15? It's not the Super 15 anymore, Jared.
It's the Super what?
Super Rugby.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That just sounds like a kid like...
They should just change the number to however many teams there are.
Yeah, I know, right.
So it's like...
Well, they lost one, so shouldn't it be they gained one and lost one? Western Force is no longer in it, isn't it?
Yeah, but they had like 16 at the time.
Oh. Wait, so it was
I think it's like Super 18 if you're going to go by the number now.
Oh.
I don't know how many.
I thought they lost Perth and then gained Sunwolves.
Yeah, they did relegate some teams.
Oh.
And it was a shame they got rid of the Force because the Force
We're the
had some
underdog.
decent players.
So like, yeah, because like with that there was like the Force was so there was like Brumbies and Waratahs. They were like the 2 big Australian teams, and then like the Perth was the underdog, and then there was Reds, which like we don't talk about, and then there was the Rebels, which was like
Rebels.
well, I mean, no, it's I don't know, and then there was like 4 or 5 New Zealand teams, 4 or 5 South African. Now they got Japan
And Argentina.
Are they in the
Los
Super 15?
Pumas. Or something
Are
like
they in
that.
the Super 15? I thought that was just the national team.
No, they got a Super 15 team. Actually, no, it's Jaguars. or something like that.
Jaguares. No, that's the national team.
Oh, then it's Pumas.
Oh, no, that's Pumas.
No,
no,
one of
one-
them's Pumas, the other one's Jaguares.
Okay, cool. Don't
And
at me, bro.
they don't say in. No wait, do they speak Portuguese or Spanish in Argentina?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Spanish.
Anyway, I had a lecturer once, and his name was. Well, I thought his name was Jose, but because he was from Brazil, who speak Portuguese, it was Jose, and I couldn't say no way Jose.
No way, Jose. Ooh.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Except he was like half Brazilian, half Japanese, so his name was Jose Sakikibara or something like that.
Wow, that's definitely a mix.
I mean, he was a really cool guy.
No,
But,
I can get that. You know what else is a really cool
You wouldn't have picked that that there was any Japanese.
Yeah, it's okay. Vaguely racist time for Jared.
Oh, everyone gets uncomfortable when you go into genetics. Because it's only a hop, skip, and a jump from genetics to eugenics.
What's eugenics again? Is that
That's where it's like,
taking the
it's
best
like
traits.
dog breeding for humans.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, do you want to get into eugenics? We can't. It's the topic sport.
No, we need Ronald here. He's our expert on that.
But no, like, you know how when you see like a half Asian person and then a half European person or white Australian person or whatever, they look like a white person with the skin like tone of a Asian person and then vague features.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would make sense if he was half Brazilian, half Japanese.
Yeah. But then if you're Brazilian, that's a decent melting pot already.
Yeah.
Because you got all the West African slaves, you got the Spanish conquerors and the native whatever, was it the Aztecs or something? No, the Aztecs was Mexico.
Oh yeah, no, the
Incas, Mayans.
Mines was Mexico. Incas was, I don't know.
Peru.
The only reason I know Mines was Mexico is because there's a Mexican motorcycle gang in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for you to mention that.
So Sons of Anarchy, that's sport. They did a sport. They did a lot of
Motorcycle riding.
rifle shooting.
That'd be a good sport.
Motorcycle.
No, you know how they have cross country skiing, but you got to shoot the gun as well.
Oh, like the
biathlon, I think they call it.
decathlon.
No, decathlon's like
No, biathlon's swimming and running, or running and cycling, or cycling.
there's a
and swimming.
there's a lot of biathlons.
Oh.
Triathlon's running, swimming, cycling. Tetrathlon is something else. Decathlon is like it's all the track events, like all the track and field events rolled into one. And
Pentathlon.
Bruce Jenner was really good at it. / Caitlin.
Well, was he Bruce or Caitlin then?
He would say that he was Bruce then.
Oh.
So I think that sort of trumps anything anyone else is going to say about it, frankly.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how this stuff works.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are like, no, listen to the person, what they say. And then times people are like, no, this is what you should believe.
Yeah, no.
BuzzFeed said so.
Well, no, there's like, I saw a thing recently which was like, okay, again, vaguely transphobic, which was trans people determine them, say that. So, say I went from Jared to Jarrell, right? Jared was a different person, and so a different being in the same with the same vessel, but as a different person. So they'll be like, "Oh, Jared did that."
I'd like to see that be used as a legal defense. That'd be really funny.
That wasn't me. What's the line in Split? That was Patricia.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. That's again. This was Reddit, so like, it's all fair game.
Yeah.
Really.
I don't know. I mean,
Reddit's interesting. It's basically like the internet run by people on the internet If that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's it's a weird site.
But you know what's not a weird site?
Lacrosse.
Oh.
That's our next thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, unless you wanted to pipe up with something. Have you got a thing?
No. I'm done with rugby, at least.
No, but like, did you have a topic or something?
I said on my notes, I said sports question mark.
Oh, what's the question mark?
A question mark, it's a figure, it's like a thing you use in speech. When you ask a question, you put it at the end.
That's useful.
It is. I mean,
It is?
It is. No, yeah, lacrosse. I played lacrosse at school once. It was
I think we both did.
it was in PE once. It was pretty sweet. I liked it.
Yeah, it's a good sport. It's got that image, that same image problem that rugby union has, at least in Australia,
Of being like the
being like a private school sort of thing.
yeah.
But it's a cool sport.
I liked it. It was fun.
Pain in the ass.
How's it
Catching with the little net
Oh,
thing
with the
is
stick,
hard.
yeah. No, I
Like scooping it up, fine. I was good at that. Throwing it, fine. Like I wasn't very accurate, but I could throw it.
yeah, and I was like, they gave us like stupid rules where it's like, oh, you can't do X, Y, and Z with the thing, but it's like, but that's the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah, although they're like,
If you whack someone in the face, you can't.
yeah, right. You can't put the
Stick.
yeah, you can't shove it down someone's throat. And I'm like, well, what's the point
What's
of
the
having it?
point? How am I supposed to like intimidate my competition?
Yeah, right.
Like you can't like come up behind someone and just like whack him in the back of the knee and
Could you intimidate your competition by putting it up your own butt and then just like acting like it's not even a thing? Like,
just like staring them down, being like, "Mm-hmm. Do you still want to play? Like, I'm keen to play. Like, but it's up to you guys. Like, I mean, like, you can't really get it up that far. Like the sticks, like I don't know, like a meter, 2 meters between.
yeah, see, the problem is all your hardware, like it goes sort of straight up, but then does a 90-degree and then goes back down the other way. So then you can't really like straighten it back out.
Yeah.
So you can
That's,
get maybe about 1.5 feet in there, depending on how tall you are and
I'd
like
rather
your
not.
proportions.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's the thing where you get like poisoned or you get infected?
Toxic shock.
No, like probably. That's a really cool name though. No, it's like you infected, like you get an infection and you die.
Sepsis.
Sepsis. That's what gets it. That's a good way to get sepsis. Put it all the way up there.
Well, the main thing you got to worry, well, like as long as you clean it beforehand, and also if you get it too far, you might rupture something.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are we talking about this?
No, you brought it up.
Oh, yeah, but only.
What you just assumed?
Intimidating other lacrosse players is the straightest thing you can do
What
with a stick in your butt.
did you think I was just gonna like? Yes, sticking rods up your butt. Have you ever seen the Ugandan national flag?
No,
No, that was me doing a tangent.
well, I'm curious now.
Oh, it's like got a chicken on it or something. It's
Does it know the way?
Did you know that Australia Day?
Oh, it does have a chicken on it.
Yeah, there's a chicken on it. Did you know
And
Australia?
he's wearing a Rasta hat.
Is he?
Well, it looks like it. I think it's just his. What's the thing that's on a chicken's head? Mohawk?
Oh, like a rooster. It's like a little.
Oh, that's bullshit.
What?
It's a crane.
Oh. Well, I thought it was a chicken. Sorry, all of our Ugandan listeners.
A grey crowned crane.
Yeah. Well, okay. Did you know that Australia Day, so the day that we got federated or whatever,
That's not. It's the day the first fleet showed up.
oh, okay.
That's why it's so controversial.
Oh, I thought it was when. No.
No, we got federated on January 1st.
Oh, yawn.
Yeah, right. Like that's why you couldn't make it Australia Day because you'd lose a public holiday.
Yeah.
Because
well,
January 1st is already public holiday.
give us one for the 2nd.
That's not a bad idea. 3-day year end.
Yeah, cool. Start the year with 2 public holidays. No, yeah. So Australia Day, January 26th, is Ugandan's Federation Day or whatever it is.
Huh.
So no, I'm not a racist. I'm just celebrating Uganda's federation.
Man, do you reckon, like, the Patriot Front League or whatever it's called, like, if they ever do change the date of Australia Day, do you reckon they'll just start, like, as a protest celebrating Ugandan National Day?
No, we're not. No, they wouldn't because they're like peak racism.
Yeah.
And Michael, Uganda's in Africa.
What?
Uganda is in Africa. It's peak racism. They'll be like, no. I mean, it'd be funny if they would.
But I think they don't mind Ugandans, or, like, Africans if they stay in Africa. I think that's the whole racist thing nowadays.
Oh.
Yeah, like...
I mean, well, yeah, that's always been the racist thing.
Oh, no, because the racist thing used to be, let's go to Africa, take them out of Africa, and then mistreat them.
Yeah, but the slaves weren't still being taken in, like, the 60s. Were they? I'm completely uninformed.
I mean, not West Africa, well, not the same way, like, slaves were taken in the 1800s, I want to say, 1700s.
I don't know.
But like, there's very much still slaves out there.
Oh, no, I get that, yeah. And like most of it in this is at least that the Western world will deal with is sex slavery as well. Mm-hmm. But, cool, this was the sports. Took a doctor.
Yeah.
Look, they said we could never do it. They could have said you could never link sports with sex slavery. But you know what, guys? We did it.
Yeah. I want to take a shower now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What games, like kids' games, do you reckon would make pretty cool sports? I've got one to start us off with.
Yeah.
Tug of war.
Like, I'd like to see it at a professional level.
No, that's what I'm saying. That'd be
But,
sick.
like, a doped up professional level, too.
No, not like a
Like, 70s NBA, not NBA,
or just like the
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Or just maybe now Major League Baseball. I don't know. Those guys are crazy. Yeah, okay. I'd like to see tug of war.
Tug of war. I think that'd be sick because, like, could you imagine the commentators is like, Andrew Ritchie representing Australia. He is their anchor. He's been a really good anchor this year. He's
like 180 kilos.
Yeah, and he's got like his stats, and he's like, grip strength is XYZ this, and it's like he's got the strategy of putting the end of the rope around himself and sinking, like being really low to the ground,
embedding his fat rolls around the rope.
Yeah, it's like yeah, we've got a really good guy at the front here. He's been really good this year. He's a rookie this year. His first year, his debut. Good looking to put some wins on the board. You know what I'm saying? Over to you, Frank. Thanks, guys. Down on the field here, I'm here with Jonathan Macchiato. How we going today? How are we looking today, Matt? Jonathan? Oh, thanks, mate. Look, we're gonna really trying to pull our rope more than they can pull their rope. Thank you, Jonathan. I just did that.
Yeah, nah.
And then
Just gotta get out there, give it 110%.
I mean, look, that's every sports interview ever that's not with a coach.
Look, if you wanted a good interview, don't interview a sports player.
No, they're hilarious.
No, but not right after they've come off the
Actually, that's
field.
a good point. Yeah, because like there are a lot of good interviews out there where it's like they're not just off the field and they're not just like, I want to go home. All right, stop making me stay back at work, guys.
Well, what about that guy who was like, he went to the press event afterwards and he answered every question with, I'm just here so they don't give me a fine.
What did he do? Like penalties? I don't know. Break the backboard in basketball.
No. So like that they get fined if they don't go to the press events for NBA
or
NFL. It was one of those two. And every time journalists asked him a question, he went, I'm just here so they don't give me a fine. And he just said that every single time. It was hilarious.
Yeah, because like after playing a big game of sport, I'd be like, I'm gonna go home, guys.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, and they do the same thing with MMA or boxing. They'll interview the fighter just after they've been fought and like possibly been knocked out.
Yeah, probably concussed.
Yeah. Well, definitely, probably.
Definitely, probably concussed. No, yeah, like I don't know. Sports interviews are hilarious.
Alex Jones said that once.
What?
He said he's definitely probably schizophrenic.
Did you see that thing I sent you?
No, maybe.
It was the Alex Jones. It was a compilation of where he said, "I am something."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like,
I'm a human.
I'm a wildebeest." And it goes on for like a couple of minutes, and he's just like, "I'm coming for you."
Yeah, I'm a human and I'm coming. My heart's big. It's got hot blood going through it fast.
He is a lunatic.
Oh, he's my favorite.
Oh, he's. Have you seen the? I probably brought this up in the podcast before, but have you seen like the? He's at court trying to get his kids back or something.
No, he lost.
Yeah,
I was following that whole thing. He lost the case.
Yeah, but no, like he said, he was like, they were like, "Can you name something of your like child's accomplishments?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna lie right now. I had a big bowl of chili for lunch, and it's really affected me."
Yeah, and and they asked him like, "Do you use marijuana?" And he says, "Yes, I regularly sample marijuana to I believe George Soros is increasing the strength of marijuana, and I'm testing the strength of the marijuana."
I mean, he could be pulling it out for us and just be like, I will take the heat for this one, guys.
Yeah, I mean he's really an American hero.
If anything, didn't Canada just get marijuana legalized?
Yeah, they didn't, and they ran out.
Oh.
Like within a couple of days.
See, that's the thing. Like, I saw a thing on again Reddit, where it was like it's on the Australia Reddit, and they're like, "Wow, now that cannabis, Canada." Oh my god, Canada. Now that Canada's legalized, it's like, when do you think Australia will be? And it's like, everyone's like, "Oh, it's got to be soon." And it was like, it'll be like at least 20 years before we see it.
Yeah, all right. Think about when Canada got gay marriage, because people lump gay marriage and legal pot in together for some reason.
Really? Well, America doesn't still have it.
Because that's the legal pot.
No, well,
No, they got gay marriage.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's not a federal thing. Some states have it.
What, gay marriage?
No, it's marijuana.
Well, yeah, but they're doing marijuana the same way they did gay marriage.
Oh,
where they did it state by state, like the campaigners did it state by state.
Oh, okay.
Until there was enough states that the Supreme Court.
Oh, so they had.
It's more complicated than this, but the Supreme Court was just like, yeah, fuck it.
So they had 26 states, and they were like, "You have to do it now."
I mean, not really, but.
Oh. I mean,
that makes sense. I think they got like 10.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a
certain.
certain.
That it had enough. Yeah.
It had enough momentum, and then a case got to the Supreme Court, and then they ruled that it should be federal. And then Obama took all the credit for it. Even though he pretty much just waited around until it happened.
Thanks, Obama. That was a meme.
Yeah, I remember that.
People said that a lot.
Yeah. And then people turned the meme around and they were like, "Thanks, Obama." And they'd list his accomplishments or something. Yeah.
But I don't know. American politics is weird to me. Because it's like, we have a party thing here, and the party can never agree, and they're always just turfing out PMs, and like, I'm PM now, and it's like...
No, yeah, we had another PM change today.
No, we didn't.
The Americans don't know that we didn't have another PM change. Just go with it.
Well, see...
Clive Palmer's the PM now.
I wish. Have you seen the Clive Palmer ad?
No.
Where it's like, do you want marijuana to be legalized? Do you want more people on the dole? And I'm like,
Oh,
that sounds mad.
yeah, no, what is it? Yeah, it was like if the Greens have their way, you'll be on the dole smoking marijuana every day.
Yeah, and it's
or something like that.
And it's like, that doesn't actually sound too bad.
Yeah, he's got to work on his market. His meme game is,
I think he
but
realizes.
his conventional marketing is.
Oh no, I think he realizes that there's more old people. Well, not like old people that are older than us, and generally it swings. Old people don't like marijuana and being on the dole, whereas kids, like younger people, would. And so that he knows that there's more old people. So,
But old people.
but the ad was
like,
on.
but old people like being on the dole. They just
Like
don't
being-
like other people being on the dole.
Well, they like age pension. Age pension's different. The
No,
dole,
no. I
the
mean, like,
dole is unemployed pension.
yeah, and the dole.
Well, age pension is just up. Cool, you're 65. Here you go.
Yeah, but look, if you
Yeah.
look at the demographics of people on the dole,
Yeah,
like mostly above 35.
yeah, that makes sense.
Like the dole, not like student assist or whatever.
You don't get it. You don't get it. I see a lot of people on the pension, and you don't get a card for student allowance or youth allowance or kids allowance or other such therefore as.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, but like, okay, so the ad, right? It's like, oh, you don't get marijuana. You'll be marijuana on the dole. I saw that ad on YouTube. That's the wrong audience for that ad. Make 2 ads.
But wouldn't it be contextual to your viewing habits?
No, YouTube ads also depend on who you're watching. So, for example, when you watch like a really big YouTuber, you'll get ads for bigger stuff. So, for example, I got a lot of Fortnite ads watching. I mean, it's a free game, and I've played it. It's not that great. You get a lot of Fortnite ads on bigger channels, whereas on smaller channels, I get, weirdly enough, ads for local businesses in Queensland. Like, no, seriously, I was like,
And is that where you saw Clive Farmer's ad? He's a local
Probably.
business in Queensland.
probably I didn't, but no, like I got an ad the other day on YouTube which was like, "Are your tires all bald? Come down to 1000 Pacific Highway on the Gold Coast. We'll fix them for you." And I'm like, I don't live on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, you're not a cashed up bogan.
Yeah, like it's
A bogan is an Australian redneck.
yeah, but they don't necessarily live in trailer parks.
Yeah. In fact,
I-
I don't think I've. I mean, look, people who live in trailer parks are definitely bogans in Australia.
So not all bogans live in trailer parks, but all people that live in trailer parks are bogan.
Yeah, almost invariably.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Queensland might as well be a country town. Just gonna leave that out.
Do you reckon
there.
everyone knows everyone in Queensland?
Yeah, when you're driving down the street, you know how like people in country towns like wave at each other in the car.
Do you reckon there's 6 degrees of separation from Malmaninga?
Highly likely. I don't know. Was there more to that?
No, that's all.
Oh, okay, cool. Malmaninga.
Now, he should be the Prime Minister. Because he was the only guy who ran for government and then immediately went like, oh no, bugger it.
You know
No,
what?
forget
I'm
it.
not doing this. Yeah.
Like in the interview where he was announcing that he was running for government, he went like 15 seconds and then he was like, no, bugger it. I can't do this.
You know what? I've got.
And that's why he should be in government.
Yeah. Have you seen the gun control thing that John Oliver did a couple of years ago?
Oh yeah.
Where he
I
asked,
see that every like month or so.
Actually, yeah, it does his rounds on Facebook pretty often. Where it's like, he talks
People
to
are like, oh, stupid Americans.
he talked, no,
And then
no,
Americans are like, oh, we're so stupid. I want foreign people to tell me how stupid we are.
yeah, that's the irony with John Oliver, whatever his show is, where he's like,
Like last week.
this week
Tonight or
tonight or
something?
last week tonight or something.
Yeah.
But it's the irony is that a British guy has to come over and just explain things. It's like, this is why this is bad. I mean, some of the things he brings up is pretty irrelevant, but I don't know, it's funny the way he his analogies are pretty funny.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So the Queensland Premier at the time when we got gun control was on there, and John Oliver was like, "Why did you go into politics?" And he's like, "To make place better, like to make society a better place. That's what politicians we need." Rather than
What was
just
that? Who was that guy?
I don't know, man. It's a Premier. No one really cares.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, Queenslanders, they really like that Bajelki Pedersen guy, or whatever his name is. Bajelki Pedersen?
Bajelki Pedersen.
Joe Bajelki Pedersen?
Bajelki. Oh, that's spelled with Bajelki, right?
Joe, his name was Joe, but J-O-H.
Oh, Sir Johannes Bajelki Pedersen.
Yeah, Pedersen.
Oh, it might have been him. No, it wasn't.
No, he was like super like right wing.
Yeah,
That's why they love him so much in Queensland.
That makes sense. It's like people also search for Gough Whitlam.
I think they were around the same time.
Probably. But you know what also was around the same time? Sports. So you're catching it. See? I also need to open my notes. That's the thing.
We were talking about intense children's
kids'
games
that should be
professional sports.
Well,
Bull Rush. Or,
yeah,
if you're in America, Red Rover.
I think it's Red Rover also around here as well.
I've never heard it called Red Rover.
All over Red Rover. No, it's
like Red Rover, send something right over.
Yeah, no, I've heard other people talk about it like that as well.
Yeah.
I think it might be, I don't know, maybe like a Melbourne or a Perth thing.
Well, that doesn't count. They're not Australians.
But yeah,
They are Australians. I don't know why the hell. I mean, Melbourne's a bit iffy.
Melbourne's
Perth's Australia.
Yeah, Melbourne. I don't know. Do you want to? Hey, Melbourne, do you want to secede? Like,
I think they do. They're more proud of being from Melbourne than they are of being from Australia.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can hear the birds outside on the
Yeah.
capture.
Yeah.
We should soundproof the room.
I'll just spend that $100,000 I keep in the biscuit tin.
Oh, cool. You have a biscuit tin too, with $100,000 in it.
We can make the room sound good. It already sounds all right.
It sounds fun.
But
Yeah.
we can make it sound better, but soundproofing it, we'd need to double glaze this.
He's pointing at a window
This is a window.
with a curtain. in front
Yeah.
of it.
So yeah, we need to double glaze that and then have air inside the glazing, the gap between the glazing. Or we could fill it with a heavier than air gas.
Is that a thing?
That's super expensive.
Wouldn't that just make the sound come through it deeper?
Maybe lighter than air.
Then yeah, but if it was helium, because isn't that the thing that happens with your voice when you have helium? You're like, oh.
Yeah, it makes all the sound high pitched.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
But that's what yeah. All right, cool. Sports. Tip or tag or...
Air tag, kick the can.
That's already... Well, tip's already a thing. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it was actually lamer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But it's mostly because they just dressed it up in that whole millennial, oh, he's so quirky thing.
Well, it's also
sickens
not
me.
like... It was one-on-one. You saw the video. Yeah, it was on Facebook.
yeah,
It did
it
the
was.
rounds, yeah. If it was like a group of people and it was like...
If you got professional parkour guys to do it, maybe it'd be pretty sick. And you had like drone cameras following them around.
Yeah.
So that you... Because then the camera could actually follow them rather than like rugby where the camera just does that.
Yeah.
It just pans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I reckon... I don't know. What else did we do at school? Handball? I mean, not European handball. For that one Swiss guy that listens to
Americans call it Foursquare.
us. Oh. Isn't that...
Which is but only the Foursquare version of like you can play 2-square handball as well if you really want
Well,
to.
I mean, we played like 10 squares in school.
Yeah, and then you did the whole like king, queen, jack, ace.
Duns.
Yeah, 6 dunces.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be cool. Again, you could get
See,
commentators.
what's interesting is how it would develop at a professional level.
Yeah, because it'd be like table tennis. You know how like when you watch Olympic table tennis, it's like they stand like a 2 or 3 meters back from the table, and they're like,
Yeah,
they're, like,
they
hitting it, like-
know where the ball is.
yeah, they know where the ball's gonna.
Like they could probably be blind and know where it is.
Well, yeah, no, and the thing with that as well, where it's like they're hitting it from so far away to hit on a tiny little, like a, I don't know, meter by meter, no, 2 meters by 2 meters patch of table.
What about a professional sack race?
Yeah,
You get Usain Bolt and stick him in a.
stick him in a sack. Well,
Actually, did you hear about Usain Bolt?
what?
He got it. Well, they're in talks offering him a contract to play for the East Coast Mariners.
No,
West Coast Mariners.
no, it's the Mariners. I can't remember.
Something Mariners. Gold Coast Mariners.
Probably, but no, yeah, he's already playing. He's been playing for a few weeks, and he's already now he's in talks to go to Europe or something.
Wait, has he already been playing?
Yeah, he scored a goal or something, which was like really. It was sort of how do I put this? It was sort of like unimpressive.
He's a sprinter, which is probably the worst. Being a sprinter is useless in soccer.
Yeah, because if you sprint past someone, you're offside.
And if you're a sprinter, that means you're good at like up to 30 seconds of activity.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Right.
one of
Then
his
you-
steps is like 3 normal steps because his legs come up to like my armpits.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he's offside. Like, maybe he'd be a good defender because he can intercept people.
Yeah, but like no one cares about the defenders in sport. Like all the famous soccer players you can name,
Strikers.
all strikers, maybe a midfielder, and maybe a goalkeeper. That's it.
I can't name a goalkeeper, but I don't watch that much soccer.
That guy that was.
I know there's like 3 Ronaldos. There's Messi,
Pele.
Ronaldinho. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Arriaga.
Arriaga.
Arriaga too.
Arriaga.
Arriaga.
Arriaga. But yeah, no, like no one cares about any other position. So obviously, if they're going to be like, we've got Usain Bolt, he's our defender, he's our left wing defender.
But
they'd be
people
like,
would-
yawn.
People would care because he's Usain Bolt, but they'll care for about 20 seconds. And then they'll be like, yeah, but he's shit.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. People cared. Like it was all over the news. They were like, Usain Bolt in Australia playing for the Central Coast Mariners.
Central Coast Mariners, that's it.
Yeah, and no, but we got East Coast, West Coast, and just,
East side.
but yeah, no, and like the West Coast Mariners, Central Coast Mariners, and they're like, yeah, we've got Usain Bolt, fastest man alive, basically playing backyard soccer at a state level.
What are you talking about? Our soccer, the A-League is professional grade.
No, Australian sport is, I think I said this last podcast, is where people come to, like sports stars come to die.
Well,
How many
not cricket and not rugby. But
Yeah, not cricket,
yeah.
not rugby, but so basketball. Our basketball is filled with NBA players just wanting to die. And they're like, I need a bit of a paycheck before I can retire. Right? And then same with soccer. We just get people from overseas that are like, cool, I wanna retire eventually, but I want to play a bit of soccer, you know? They'll come here. That's really it. They're really the only 2 sports. We don't really have a baseball or an NFL or...
Like, we have baseball, but it's really rubbish.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
pretty
don't
much-
think we even have professional level.
No,
baseball.
it's all local.
We got softball, I think, but
Not at like a national level.
well, no, it's at a national level, but no one gives a shit.
Well,
So there's a difference.
I mean,
All right, here's a question for you: would you rather be the world racquetball champion
what's that, squash?
or have $70?
What's racquetball? Is that squash?
It's like $70 and like Australian
No.
dollars.
Is that squash, though, the sport?
Haven't you noticed I'm stalling?
Ah.
Oh, it is squash.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
squash.
would you rather be the world squash champion or have $70?
Uh,
I know it's hard.
Yeah, but I can't pay someone $70 for that title.
You probably couldn't. Let's be honest.
I
You could
mean,
pay under $70 to get like a trophy made up that says like World Squash Champion 2016, and then put that on your mantelpiece. No one's gonna be like, "That's not the real World Squash Championship trophy."
except for like that. Because knowing me, every time I try to BS someone, they're like, actually, I was at the World Championship squash in 2016. I don't remember you. And I was like,
Is your name Janus Magnuson III? No, it's not.
I didn't think so. I was like, yeah, no. Every time I try to BS someone, every time there's someone that's like, actually, I'm an expert in that field and I've never seen that before. And I'm like, oh,
And it's funny you say that because I'm an expert in bullshit. And
I've never seen you. I've never believed anything you've ever said. But no, yeah, like, I don't know.
I'm an expert in expertise.
You know what? I want to see how much, after this, I'm going to see how much trophies are to make up. And I'm going to make myself up some trophies.
Expensive.
Well, I mean, obviously not.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you want a really nice ornate trophy, yeah. But if
No,
you
God,
want
no.
like plastic, but with like a looks gold finish,
Yeah, I'll make myself up some trophies. I'll be #1 black belt in knitting or something.
that'd be cool. I would want to get a trophy made.
Continue.
No, that's it. I want to get a trophy
Oh, you want
made.
to get a trophy made? Okay, cool.
No, actually, I'd want to find somewhere that makes those giant championship belts that they give boxers.
You know, there's instructions on the internet of how to make them out of a beer, out of it like a beer, like a carton of beer, and like so it makes it so that the logo on the front of the beer is the thing on the front. Haven't you seen those?
No.
People like, I don't know. I guess people make them. Championship cummerbunds.
Yeah.
Why
I
do
don't know
you,
why they call it a belt.
why do you get belts for like
Get a
boxing
cancer.
and obviously
Well,
but like,
no, boxing belts actually used to be like really thick because for some reason your navel has to be protected in boxing, aka your belly button.
oh,
I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's why the pants come up so high. Like whenever you see a boxer, you can't see
Yeah.
their belly button.
But like, why?
And it used to be before they had like elastic waistbands.
Yeah,
It used to be you just had a giant belt.
yeah. No, I've seen like the old pictures of like Jack Johnson and stuff
Yeah,
at that one bar we go to that's hidden, air quotes.
yeah.
No, but like, why is it a championship belt? Just use boxing. Just use a trophy like the rest of the world and sports. Like
Why? Why
Like-
do boxers win
belts.
belts?
Like, I don't know. There's no other sport that has like something stupid like that. Like, I'm just trying to think of now. Yeah, they're all like trophies and cups and stuff. Actually, why is it a cup? I know you drink Powerade.
Yeah, because a trophy is the head of an animal.
I mean,
So why we call that a trophy?
I don't know. It's
Why
like
why doesn't everybody win the head of an elk?
Can you just imagine like an NRL grand final? They're like when like, you know how there's always the famous photo of like holding up the trophy, like the cup, and like they're holding up like the head of an elk. Now that's a 4-pointer elk. I don't know what the
Yeah, we're actually not too. They do say points. I know one hunter. Not you, like not
I
your
also
surname,
am a hunter.
but like a person who hunts game with a bow and arrow.
Not hunts sport.
Spicy.
That's also a topic.
Okay. Bare knuckle boxers would fight for a benefactor, so like someone who bankrolls them, right?
Yeah.
And they would show who they fought for by tying a sash around their waist.
Oh. Stupid.
And then I think they would take the loser's sash.
Oh, so then that person would start paying them. No.
Well, I think just as a trophy of like, I beat this guy.
Well, look, boxing. I'm about to blow your mind. All right, the sport of boxing. I'm about to revolutionize. You can't drink Powerade out of a belt. All right. Or Gatorade, whichever side you're on. I'm firmly in the Powerade camp.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Gatorade in a shop in at least 10 years. Nor have I
I've
been
seen
looking.
it in literally every 7-Eleven I've ever been in.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Or
I go to 7-Eleven a lot.
Here's the wild card. What about Staminade?
Didn't that go out and like the... Didn't that
No,
turn
you
into...
can only buy it in the powder form now.
Oh.
You know, you can buy the powder of Gatorade, Powerade, etc.
Yeah, I've got Powerade powder at home, which I've got to talk to you about.
We're going to snort it.
Yep.
Content?
Content. No, but it involves content.
Oh.
No, yeah.
Talk later.
No, like, yeah, boxing.
Wikipedia says nothing.
Get cups, Wikipedia.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Because then you can drink the Powerade and spit it out because they don't drink water for whatever reason.
Okay, this is weird. The first belt given as a prize for accomplishments within the ring was presented in 1810 by King George III to bare-knuckle boxer Tom Cribb after he defeated Tom Molyneux, an American slave.
Wow.
Well, former slave.
Oh. I was going to be like, wow.
Okay.
A malnourished slave. I assume that would have been malnourished.
Depends which... Let's not go there.
Cool slavery. Vague racism. Dun-dun-dun. We should get like a soundbite of that.
What?
It's time for the Michael and Jared Vague Racism Variety Hour. Dun-dun-dun.
As you'll notice, I steered away from it. At least give me credit for that.
Or we could call it the Jared tries to start a race war every Thursday, but then Michael tries to steer him away from it. Variety Hour. Dun-dun-dun.
Okay.
This is probably a good time to say we're also launching a new podcast. It's called whatever I just said. I can't remember what exactly I just said.
The Michael Jared Race War Variety Hour.
Where Michael tries to
That's the variety.
yeah, you're one side, I'm the other. Which side is it? I don't know, because I'm not going to say that because people will be like, oh, he's racist.
Well, see, we'd keep it confusing and people, we'd switch sides.
Yeah, and then Katie would be like...
Let's start talking about this.
Katie would be like, you got to really filter yourself. And I'm like, you know who had to filter themselves? Sport.
I thought you were going to say slaves.
Why would you think I would say slaves, Michael? Maybe
Just
you're the racist one
context.
this episode.
All right. I'm good about... Okay. What animal do you reckon would be the ultimate challenge to fight? Using standard, like, MMA rules.
Oh, well, you got to like...
Oh, actually, no. Forget that. Animals don't play by rules. Just to fight, but no weapons.
Does that include biological weapons? So, for example, if I picked an elephant, would you have to remove its tusks and trunk?
That's a good question.
Because, like...
But then you'd have to take your teeth out.
Well, no, I'm
and
not
your
going to... I'm not
fingernails.
going to... Okay, no.
A shit weapon is still a weapon.
I'm not going to bite an elephant into submission. No, yeah, like, like, if I was going to pick, like, I don't know, an animal that would be a good fighter, just purely...
You don't have to fight him. Khabib Nurmagomedov has to fight him.
So then he can jump the ring and kick Drake in the face. I don't even remember what he did.
Let's go with that.
No, like, I don't know. People would be like, oh, bears, but, like... Bears eventually die.
It would be an immense challenge.
Yeah, I would pick something like a wild boar or
Here's
something.
the thing: they're fast, they're strong, they're almost indestructible.
But you can defeat the black ones or the brown ones. I can't remember which one, just by being like, "Oh, I'm dead," and then it'll be like,
Yeah, you will lie there stationary it to death.
yeah. And if you lie there long enough, it'll starve before you do, or go into hibernation. I assume. I don't know. I would pick like a boar or something because they're like Like a big one.
So you're rather than go for like the ultimate challenge, you're going like the ultimate achievable challenge.
Well, yeah, wasn't that the point? If you're talking like ultimate challenge, I'd pick like a lion or like an elephant or
I reckon a bear would be harder than
a shark or a whale.
Well,
Try beating a whale
the
into
shark,
submission.
The shark, it depends on who's in the water.
Well, yeah, but
Because if you're both out of the water, you'll fuck that shark up.
all right, spanner crabs.
Just one.
I mean, it's based on weight, isn't it? So if you're like 80 kilos, it's going to be 80
kilos worth of spanner crabs.
80 kilos worth of spanner crabs.
Well, hold on. I'm going to do some quick maths here.
They're less than a kilo. So if they're like
Okay, all right.
250 grams, 500 grams.
Average weight spanner
Is it
crab.
spanner crab the thing I'm thinking of? Hold on, I'm going to look that up as well. Spanner crab. Yeah, they're big bastards. And they got like little spanners for hands.
Yep. That's the one I'm thinking of.
That's
Okay.
the one Mr. Krabs is based off.
700 grams.
Or is he a lobster? No, he's a crab. He's a crabs. Sorry, continue.
Okay, so that'll be 114.2 crabs. So that'll be like an extra crab arm.
Yeah, like an arm.
All right, so
just
could I fight
clicking.
114 crabs? No.
And you got to beat them into submission, each of them.
All right, but if you grab one crab and then you beat the other crabs with that crab,
But you got to get the crab first. They got little biters, man. They'll take your finger off.
you take it from behind.
No, you can. Never mind. What if they just say it's, I don't know, assume like you said fighting, it's going to be like an octagon, right? What if they just poured 114 crabs into an octagon? You're on one corner
I would like that.
and they're on the other, opposite.
That would be good if we added power-ups into MMA. So
Yeah,
like Conor McGregor, he hits the question mark box and then just spanner crabs come into the octagon.
or you land like enough, like you punch someone enough to fill your meter, and then you can be like super bam, and then it's like I activate spanner crabs, and it's like
We should have fatalities in MMA.
yeah, like Conor McGregor ripping out, I don't know, someone's spine with his teeth and punching his stomach out, and then
still getting submitted by Khabib.
I don't. All right, what would you pick for animals?
I reckon one wolf.
Well, that's not fun. That's not hilarious. This is a comedy podcast. Comedy with air quotes podcast.
All right.
All right.
Everyone wants to say honey badger, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I assume we're going to match the weight, so it'd be like 2 or 3 wolves. Can't imagine that.
dude, wolves are heavy.
Well,
Wolves are huge.
I had a golden retriever, and she was like 30 kilos.
All right, they're twice the size of your golden retriever. No, wolves are huge because they didn't get evolved down into small things.
Well, I don't know.
And they're
like-
bigger than dogs. Like
Yeah.
probably bigger than Great Danes.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well,
they're
okay.
huge.
So you're fighting one wolf. Like, I don't know. Like, let's do dung beetles. What's a dung
Right.
beetle? Like 10 grams.
All right, so let's say
Average
80 divided by 0.01. So that's 8,000 dung beetles.
There you
probably.
go. That would fill an entire octagon. I have no idea how big the octagon is.
But they'd only go after dung. Oh, so they crawl into your butthole.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of other funny stuff.
Maggots?
Okay,
Oh,
that's.
but they only eat dead tissue.
I mean, that'd be gross. You'd have to kill every individual one.
All right, here we go. And I'm stretching the definition of animal a bit here. Amoebas,
Okay.
right?
Good luck. What are they?
All it takes is one of them to get into your digestive system, and then you get the worst diarrhea in the world.
I mean, how long is this fight going for? Like, how many rounds? Is it like a 50 round?
Well, we'd have to scale up the time to accommodate, like the amoeba lifestyle. But then it wouldn't be the same amoebas at the end of the fight that started the fight because they live so fast.
Yeah.
They live fast, they die young.
Yeah. It's my motto when I have diarrhea. No, I don't know. All right, animals. Okay. I've got nothing. Stick insects. You can't see them
That's true.
because they camouflage. They'll camouflage with the octagon. And you'll be like, actually, octagon insects.
What about a swarm of bats?
Well, I mean, I assume we'll have to put like a roof on the octagon, unless like they're getting into the crowd or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Got nothing still. Squirrels. You'll have to like I don't know, like I guess they're less than like a kilo, like 500 grams or something.
Maybe like
So like
kilo and a half.
squirrels are tiny as. Also, we didn't have them here.
So let's say possums. They actually, no, look, I reckon if I got into a fight with one possum, he'd make me work for it.
Yeah, so I don't know. There are more types of squirrels. So an eastern grey is 400 to 600 grams. So that's 140, assuming it's 70 kilos. That's 140 squirrels you've got to punch in the head.
Well, here's the thing. They've got a tail.
Yeah.
Grab them by the tail, you get that extra mass. You clash two squirrel skulls together.
Yeah, but it's all about density.
Yeah, that's why you swing the head of the squirrel at the heads of other squirrels.
Yeah, but like the head of the squirrels, the dense is another head of the squirrel. You need something more dense to beat it in.
No, you don't need to beat it in. You just need to mess them up. Also, I'm pointing at my foot.
Oh, are you?
You could stomp on a squirrel.
Yeah, but like they're so fast. They could literally run away from
Actually, they could like run up inside your pants,
bite your nuts.
bite your nutsack.
See what I did there? It's nuts, penis,
balls. I'm looking for some nuts.
No, but like yeah, you could
Okay, so how many did you say it was? 140 squirrels.
yeah. And if you tried to walk near any of them, they'd just and just nick off. You could you would get to like not even halfway and be just like dead tired from trying to fight all these squirrels.
That's true. So, but are we talking like which fighting style do you reckon you'd use? Or you like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or like Muay Thai?
I don't watch MMA.
Would you kick? I reckon you'd kickbox squirrels.
I mean, you got to get to them first. Is there like a jumping martial arts?
Well, if Kung Fu.
Oh yeah, you can fly.
Yeah, they can fly.
You
Kung
can do
Fu
the
people can fly.
like the flying ninja kick them.
Yeah,
I
Kung
don't know what
Fu.
it's called. I mean,
Look, I mean, I reckon I could get like how many squirrels did we say there was? 140. I could get to 60
all right, cool.
before I gas.
How much is a squirrel worth in Australia?
Expensive. They're exotic pets.
Are they?
But rabbits.
Yeah, but
basically the same
rabbits are like, especially like house rabbits, they're just like, whatever, I'm a rabbit, dude.
Well, they're dumb as hell.
Like the hares are the really fast ones.
Yeah, the house rabbits they don't exercise much and they can get quite fat.
And they got big floppy ears.
Yeah, I don't like rabbits very much.
I'm not a fan.
I can understand developing an attachment to any animal as a pet.
But I wouldn't want to buy one on the start.
I wouldn't want to buy one to start with.
Could you grow an attachment to a hermit crab?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
yeah. People keep them as pets anyway.
I know, but they're pretty sick as well, and you can get them like fancy shells.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd nurture him. I'd give him like the best shell I could find.
Give them like a Coke can.
I mean, maybe not that, but I don't know if that'd be because the Coke can, the lid's quite small, and they might end up getting stuck in it
No,
permanently.
you like
Oh, you cut.
you like crush it down so it's like just a regular shell. Haven't you ever seen that? There's like a
I've seen like hermit crabs that picked up Coke cans as a shell,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but it was just like a regular Coke can.
Oh.
It was really depressing because he got stuck in it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't get a hermit crab.
No, I'd like paint his shell.
Like with like racing stripes.
Yeah, I'd put yeah, no, I'd paint him like a Mustang.
Well, you can buy like plastic shells for hermit crabs at like pet shops.
That'd be a good challenge actually.
What?
Horses.
Horses.
I said Mustang.
Oh.
And that's a horse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you would die instantly.
Okay, if we would die instantly, how come we've mastered their entire race?
A lot of people died for it.
Name 4.
4 people that died from horses. Hello, Google. Google people that have died from horses. I don't know, man. Like, didn't they call pneumonia galloping pneumonia or something because you fell off a horse and got pneumonia?
No.
Pretty sure they did. They're galloping pneumonia. This is probably going to be the last.
Yeah, we're actually 10 minutes over already.
Pneumonia. Oh, it's pneumonia. Galloping pneumonia. Typical symptoms include falling off a horse. No. Hold on. All right. Do you have any final words while I look this up?
Do I have any final words? Oh, I just want to encourage everybody out there to keep. What was the thing I said? Yeah, keep on that suspicious death lifestyle. If people find your body and they know exactly how you died, you're doing it wrong. You did life wrong and you didn't really live.
Good.
And you were dead before you were found. This could be a content thing.
What?
I'll tell you about it afterwards.
All right, cool. All right, goodbye.
Peace out? No, war out.